still, I did not know what I wanted to do, even when I was just doing it because it was my dad's like dream for us to get like degree and stuff.
I remember that money that they paid me. By then I thought it was a lot of money, but in hindsight, it was not even. But
How much was it?
and the client have a good relationship,
Yeah.
then whatever it is that they do, it will reflect on the brand.
Yes.
So if it
They
doesn't
don't
work
even
that
want
way-
awareness. It's straight to conversion.
Hi, here it is. Bye now.
Hey, back at it again. It's Binti Talks. So today, before that, sorry, this is Dee.
I'm Miss Sweetbird.
So today we're gonna be talking about nightmare jobs.
Nightmare jobs.
No.
Okay.
Sorry. Today we're gonna talk about dream jobs and nightmare bosses.
Okay.
We're gonna spill it all.
Okay.
Probably the HR will be pissed, but hey, do we care?
Listen, I still want to keep my job, but let's be real.
We're gonna talk about everything career, our best jobs, dream jobs, worst nightmare jobs, worst bosses.
Have you got your dream job yet?
Yes.
Oh, you've got your dream job. Nice.
Yes.
I don't think I have got my dream job yet.
Yes, I have. But now my dream is just be a housewife.
Girl, me for. Not even
Yeah.
me too, me for.
Yeah, so today we are going to talk about all our career paths, our dream jobs, nightmare bosses, everything that our HR told us not to do. Yes, anyways, yeah, my dream job right now is to be a housewife, but I'm pretty sure that's majority of the women throughout the world.
I swear, you know what? I think I get it because initially I would say I was the
Yes.
oh my god, independent girl. Oh my god, no, this bitch is tired. This bitch just wants to be a housewife. She wants to be taken care of, given a black card.
I know,
And
right?
swiped. If you've ever swiped someone's card,
I know.
Anyway,
the
we're not here to
feeling.
talk about that. We're here to talk about careers.
Careers, yes. Tell us, where did you start? How was your career path? Tell us everything, Melissa.
What do you mean? Where did I start? How? Like, be very specific.
So, what was your dream career?
My dream career.
Yeah.
I don't think I had a dream career.
Okay.
All I know is I wanted my career to involve something in like the art space,
Okay.
entertainment,
Yes.
marketing,
Yeah.
creativity, and all that.
Yeah.
And I studied accounting.
Oh my God, that sounds very serious, but okay.
Yeah. Girl, I have a degree in accounting. I have a beautiful degree in accounting
Okay.
that I have never utilized.
But hey, you count your money.
Oh yes,
so.
apart from my money. Yes, apart from my money. But I've never practiced it.
Okay.
But I remember when I graduated, class of 2017
Oh.
in Udism. I was like, listen, I don't think this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I chose the course because actually of like a family member influence.
Yeah.
But now, like in hindsight, I should have just went on to marketing.
Yeah.
Because, by then, I think the person told me like, oh, if you do like accounting, like you will have like more options in terms of like when you want to choose jobs,
Yes.
but if you only do like marketing, it might limit you.
Yeah.
But I should have just went to marketing. But here we are. We don't
Here we
regret because that's where I ended up. Because
Yes.
as soon as I graduated, I said, listen, it was lovely,
Yes.
but I don't think I'm going to be an accountant. Like, look at me. Do I look like an accountant?
No.
I don't look
Definitely not.
I don't look like I could be an accountant.
No.
So, yeah, I specifically job hunted jobs that had anything to do with marketing, creativity, and marketing. The marketing agency was the first place that I went to.
Wow.
Yeah. How about you?
Girl, I was one of those who did not know what to do in their lives. I honestly did not know. All I knew is I wanted to be famous and rich.
What? I love
Rich and famous.
that. I
Period.
love that. Rich and famous.
Rich and famous. That's all.
Okay.
I did study computer science. Back in school, I was more into
Computer science.
Yes.
Guy.
That is just computer science.
do-
Back in
do
school,
you
I was
look-
into science.
You don't look like a computer science person. You don't look like a computer science person.
But hear me out. Back in school, before I got into computer, I was more into science.
I actually also did well in science.
I loved
Yeah.
chemistry. I loved biology.
Biology was my favorite too.
But hear me out. I was also really good in English literature and history. History was my favorite.
Listen. I think I understand kwa sababu I also had the same dilemma.
Yeah.
I was good in biology. I was good in chemistry.
Yeah.
I sucked in physics.
Me too.
Yani, I sucked in physics. I was good at English. And then I was
Yeah.
also good in like history. So,
Now you know why we're besties.
Yes, because so like I had like a mix of subjects that
Yeah.
didn't even make sense. I have a bit of like English and history.
Yeah.
Alafu huku I am good at like chemistry and biology.
Yeah.
But physics kwa kweli ilikuwa inanipiga.
No, me too.
Like the PCB, PCM, PC something. Yeah, that was no edge.
Mixing of chemicals and blasting shit. No, not for me.
So
Yeah.
you were in computer science. So that's the course you took in
Yeah,
in college.
I actually failed
uni?
in school. And because of that, the only alternative option I had was computers.
Okay.
So I started studying computer science, like the programming and the designing and stuff. And then I ended up having a bachelor's in business information technology. Yeah, so mid-year they changed the syllabus. I loved programming. I loved solving problems. I loved designing. And then bam, they just decided, oops, you're not going into advanced programming. We'll just change the subjects and add more business and marketing. And I was like, damn it.
Okay.
So, but still, I did not know what I wanted to do, even when I was just doing it because it was my dad's like dream
Your
for us
dad's
to get
dream.
us to get like degree and stuff.
Okay.
So I just got it for him, to be honest.
Yeah, I think most
Yeah.
of us chose like our courses or our degrees based on like your parents
Yeah.
or your family members. So
Yeah.
those were like one of the biggest influences. Because I can't imagine by then telling your parent. Because I think right now like subjects actually, I don't know, they've evolved.
Yes.
Because imagine, let's say, 20 years ago, telling someone, like, I want to study computer science. It doesn't make sense. We only knew doctor, lawyer, teacher. What else? What were the career paths? If you're not a doctor, you were a lawyer. If you're not a lawyer,
Accountant.
yeah. Like, those were the only
Finance,
careers that were
yeah.
there. Thank God for digitalization. Thank God for, like, the internet. Because,
Yeah.
I think we would still be stuck in the past, and it's sad because some parents are still stuck in that past.
Yeah.
Because and you know how you know that education has advanced.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe, for example, if you want to explain, let's say, to your father or your
Yeah.
grandmother what you do, unaanza kutafuta sasa sijui namuelezeaje. So what do you do? Or what did you study? Or like okay, study, at least they can get it. But when you want to explain to someone, so what do you do?
Yeah.
You can't even find the words because you're trying to find the words to explain to them
Yeah.
in a way that can make sense to them. But
Yeah.
then you're like, there is a gap.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But anyway, yeah, here I am. I think the first job that I got, because as soon as I finished college, which is the university, the first job, because I really wanted to start making money, I got was sales. And that was a very basic job, was just to sit at the office and make cold calls. And on top of cold calls, it was more of, hi, you know, you have to pay us back, you have to pay us back. And I would always remember that person who gave me that job.
Collector wa hela.
Imagine. But I will always be grateful to that person who gave me a job because that was the first time I actually earned some money. It was 300,000 shilling, my first salary. And for me, that time was like, oh my God, that's too much.
It's too much.
Because I was still staying with my parents and I was like, 300,000 shilling, oh my God, I made it in life.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I was so happy to get that. So I was working really hard. Even I wasn't complaining, like waking up early in the morning,
Because
and all
you were
that.
happy, you were driven.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, my first job actually it's like, so
Yeah.
the first job I ever did was when I was still actually in uni. I used to do a part-time job.
Yeah.
I was by then they called us beauty advisors. It
Yeah.
was just like a fancy way of saying we sell makeup.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was, by then there was this, they're still in the market at
Yeah.
Soko.
Yeah.
So I used to do Saturday and Sundays. So like go to uni, and then on Saturday and Sunday I would do part-time. So
Yeah.
like asubuhi mpaka jioni. And then at the end of the day, I think at the end of the month I would earn like what, 200,000 shillings?
Wow, nice.
Yes, every end of the month, that's what I
Yeah.
would earn. So yeah, it was something. That was the first job that I got, and I loved it for me because, though in hindsight, I wasn't like a performer
Yeah.
in terms of, when someone comes, I take too much time explaining to them about like, so this is how you do it. So I was there more, for me, it was more like a hobby.
Yeah.
But they wanted sales.
Yeah.
You know, the difference between there's a difference between
Marketing and sales. Yes, absolutely.
It was a sales-driven job. But for
Yeah.
me, like when someone comes, okay, so this is, if you want to do this look or this lipstick, like I will take my time to explain something to someone. Obviously,
Yeah.
you get some customers who will buy more than
Yeah.
what they intended.
Yeah.
But there are some ananunua tu lipstick moja anaondoka.
Yeah.
So I was stuck in this place whereby, should I do sales? Should I do marketing? Should I do sales?
Yeah.
Should I do marketing? But I also loved it because, I like to play with a lot of makeup by then.
Yes.
That was the first job I had before the
Oh,
job
wow.
at the marketing agency.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. In fact, I think if we have to look at that, I wouldn't call it a job, but I was actually a president of a social service club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So managing
I like the
that
titles, president of a social
I
service.
know, right? I started off as a member, and then I became the secretary, and then I became the president. And when I was the president of the club, I actually managed some projects. Obviously the funds were coming from the mother club, but they would give us funds to utilize it for donations. And our task was to basically choose a school which needed water supply. So again, my task was to make sure that the water is installed from scratch in a particular school. So I think that achievement, that me doing it with my team, it was so good. And on top of that, we would also organize fundraisers, so organizing events. So I really loved doing that. It was like basically project management and events. But then obviously when you go into the real market looking for a job to earn some money, you don't get that. So it's kind of difficult. So I took the first job I got, which was the sales. And yeah, I moved on from there, which was now, making connections, because in Dar, you don't get jobs without connections.
I think
you
that's,
just don't.
I think that's that's
Global?
global. Yes.
Okay.
Because you will apply a job like anybody else, but whenever you have, let's say, a connection or someone refers you to someone, you actually stand a higher chance of, let's say, getting that job compared to someone who doesn't know you totally.
Yeah.
And then I understand sometimes people take gambles on people. They take chances on people, which I'm actually grateful for the first job that I did.
Yeah.
The first marketing job, I walked into that marketing agency. I said, hi, my name is Melissa,
Yeah.
etc., etc. This is what I studied. I'm looking for a job. Da, 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 da. I think for me, it was my guts.
Yeah.
And also the person who looked at me, I think she just decided to give me a chance.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So she just gave me a chance because I was just like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah. So yes.
I think I really like those people, women, men, bosses, call it whatever. Those people who don't judge, who wants to give a person a chance to prove themselves when it comes to career. And they are like, yeah, okay, I'd like to give you a chance, and not be like, no, you did not study this, so now I prefer someone who has studied, who has like 10 years of experience.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I really love such people who empower, like, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about your career journey after that. So
Oh.
your first job and then what else?
Oh, wow. I think after that, I think my memory is a bit crumbled, but after that, I was moving from one place to another. Those small internship jobs which were paid. I bagged another job, which was a super dealership of Tigo. We would
What
sell.
does that mean?
Super dealership of Tigo is Tigo ana wakala mkuu, and then huyo wakala mkuu ndio ana supply or ana register wale wakala wadogo wadogo.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So I was working for this huyo wakala mkuu, and then our job was to collect forms from those small wakalas, and then, you know, purchase float from Tigo and then sell them to, yeah. So we were like the middleman.
Okay,
Yes, because
okay.
wakalas, they don't go straight to Tigo.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
So I got a job there, and my pay was also really good. From there, still I'm not in marketing, or still I did not know that I really want to do marketing or, like, you know, events or something. And then from there, you know, I was going out, meeting new people. And then I managed to get another job somewhere else, which was, again, admin. To be honest, I was grateful. I still am that I was moving and getting experience in different, like, industries, different sectors, departments, because then it made me realize what I want to do, you know, what is more for me. So yeah, so the next place that I went to that gave me the job of an admin, they got a vacancy for marketing. And they just put me there. Now, for me, is when you give me a responsibility, I start studying about it, try to make sure that I, you know, meet up to the standards, meet up to the expectations. So when someone tells me that, hey, you're the marketing manager, I have to make sure that I now start studying marketing and learning more about marketing, because marketing is very big. Research, experiential, digital, traditional, all this is marketing. I didn't know that time. So they just gave me the title, and they're like, okay, your job is to just manage the newsletters and send messages and make sure the branding is okay in all the stores. And I was like, that's it? And they're like, yeah. And then I would come up with new proposals on how to market, you know, because again, sales and marketing go hand in hand. So I would come up with new proposal, and they would just shut me off. And for me, that was like a very strong discouragement. Imagine you're a Tanzanian brand and you're a strategist is in South Africa.
Oh, wow.
A strategist who does not understand Tanzanian market. I am not a strategist. I mean, I am now, but I was not a strategist. And I would understand my market, and I was coming up with the strategies, but they would just be like, turn me down and be like, nope. We have a strategist in South Africa. And I was like, okay, this is not somewhere I want to be.
I think now that you mentioned that, there is really a huge disconnect.
Yeah.
Again, I'm saying this because obviously we'll get to how I go to my current job.
Yeah.
Because we have, because you know, the job where I am, it's a global brand.
Yeah.
So whenever there is like campaigns for different brands, they expect like the way the brands you know, appear or show up, or the way they're activated or marketed. They expect like as if it's gonna work that way. So waga, there is like a bit of like conflict between like the global brand team versus like the local team. They're like, hey, this is good, it works for your market, but it does not work for this market.
Exactly.
So I think that like people need to understand that, yes, let's say for example, brand X.
Yeah.
Brand X can look differently in different countries. It can still be brand X. Lakini, the way it appears in Tanzania is not the way it's going to actually appear in Kenya.
No.
even within the East African market, it could be totally different.
Yes.
The way it appears in East Africa is not the way it appears, let's say London or something like that. But now you find that when people are forcing, like, oh, this is how it needs to be done. This like listen, markets are different, and it's not only in marketing, even in like operations and stuff. Because I think that's one of also the things that, again, I don't know if HR is going to come for me for this, but like you find that you know, when you work with like a multinational organization, you find those sort of like mnapishana, because they say this, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's how it's going to work in the market. So we have to really find a middle ground. I think what is important is to, yes, you've brought it, you've introduced it to them, listen to what they're telling you. Like, hey, this is good, but we think this is how we need to change it so that it may better suit the market here. You can't really bring the brand the way it is and force it down on people. It's not going to work like that.
No. Yeah, but for me, I think that is obviously a no-no. So I think that title that I got there was an eye-opener for me, and it drove that passion inside me that this is really something I want to do. But obviously, this is where now the bad bosses come. Oh my God. You dream job, and then bad bosses, nightmare of bosses. So I just resigned because it was just not it for me. And in fact, the funny part was that time I met a guy and I became best friends with him. Now I call him my brother. And that time he was dating a girl. She is a journalist. She actually wrote a paper on The Citizen about this story of mine, about how I was really working hard and the bosses were really bad. So yeah, my news went up into the Citizen cover story. It was not cover, I think. Yeah, I don't know, but it was, yeah. But anyway, from there, I got a job at the betting company, which was also another excitement because it's an industry not many would go.
Betting industry.
Yeah.
I've never been there.
You'd never even think of it. But for me, it was more like I didn't care about anything that time. I only cared about I want to pursue my marketing career, and I wanted to earn money because this is it. I cracked what I want, and I knew I was good at it. Even without knowing anything, I knew I was good at it. So yeah, I got the job at the betting company, and I excelled. I was really good at it. Obviously, I got the title of the head of the marketing, and the best part about it was the bosses were in UK, London, and they would really trust me. So because they know I'm a local, they know I understand the market, and obviously I was not alone. I had a team which were really good, so I had that whole support system to kind of like give me that platform to excel as well on my own. So from there again, after 1 year, my contract ended, and then I got another job in marketing immediately at an airline company. The best job ever, because although I loved marketing, I loved traveling. Really loved traveling, and
So
I was like, how do I get this? How do I do marketing, and then how do I travel as well? And then someone told me, why don't you just work at a company where you get to travel for work? And I was like, this is it. So when the opportunity came, I just took it. I didn't care if my boss was my ex. I just didn't care. And yes, my boss was my ex. I didn't care. I just took the job. And wow, boy, that was the best job of my life. I got to travel. I got to fly to so many national parks. I got to fly to Zanzibar multiple times. I was basically the face of that brand.
I think that's where your love for traveling started.
Actually, it was already there, but I just didn't know how to make it like push it more towards it because I didn't have enough funds, to be honest. So the fact that this job gave me the opportunity to travel locally, it was also like a very big deal for me. Like it was wow for me. So from there onwards, I was not only focusing on marketing, but I was also focusing on traveling. Oh boy, did I just make my dream come true. But I also had a dream of becoming a model. Yeah, famous and rich, remember?
Oh my God.
famous and rich, guys. So I think this was in when I was in a betting company. I joined a modeling agency. I did some modeling gigs. It was amazing. I also got an opportunity to be in a movie.
Okay. So what you were like?
Yes.
What, an actor, an actress?
Yes, they wanted me to be the lead actress, but for that I had to move to Zanzibar. The pay was good, but that meant I had to be in Zanzibar for 6 months, which meant resign from my job and move there. Unfortunately, I did not take that risk. I regret it. I really do. Yeah, because that bit of becoming famous, I regretted it for a long time. I mean, now I just let it go, but I think that was it, my opportunity. If you take me back to that time, I would take that opportunity.
Of being an actress?
Yes, I would
Okay.
take that opportunity.
Okay.
But anyways, here we are. So yeah, I didn't take the opportunity to become an actress, but I did do video vixen and I did a bit of modeling gigs.
Okay. I think I've also done modeling, but it was more of like I was doing like more of like commercial. Like,
Okay.
like for like advertisements and stuff. There's like
Yeah.
I won't even mention, but I remember there was that was after uni. So after
Yeah.
uni, before I got a job, I think, it was. I think by then I did not know what it was, but by
Yeah.
then a BTL agency hired us, and then that BTL agency I think also had like a photo studio. So I think a client had hired them. They were doing like I don't know, they were rebranding something like that. So they needed like different people to model different. It was more of like a service. It
Yeah.
was not like clothes or anything.
Yeah.
So I remember one day I was at home and then someone was like, Melissa, is this you I see on a billboard?
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, billboard for like, yes, yes. So I was, they would even send me like photos
Yeah.
and like videos. There was one billboard that was in Kawe.
Yeah.
And then there was another billboard like, what's the happy?
Yeah.
So like, yeah. I remember that money that they paid me. By then I thought it was a lot of money. But in hindsight, it was not even. But
How much was it?
it was 800K.
Okay, sio mbaya.
Yes, and by then I had not got a new job.
Yeah.
I had not got a job yet, and I had actually moved out of home.
Yeah.
See these risks I'm taking.
Oh,
I was taking
boy.
to major. Yeah. So actually, that money did help me to like set myself up in
Yeah.
life, and until I got my new job and got my new place.
Yeah.
But that money helped me within
Helped
that time.
you. Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice. Oh, I was not making too much money, to be honest. Yeah, I think because video vixens, they don't get paid too much. Yeah,
I know,
kwa
that's
siku
really
utakuta hata
sad.
50,000 unapewa. You're there like full night and you're only getting paid 50,000. So it was a bit of a tough line. But again, I was just doing it for the fame. I was not doing it for the money because it was my part-time. I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it full-time.
Yeah.
That's why I called myself model, but that was because I was under a modeling agency. But as soon as I
Which
left,
one was it?
Black Fox.
Black Fox.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember Black Fox by
Yeah,
then.
but as soon as I left the modeling agency, I no longer call myself a model because modeling is a job on its own, guys,
Yeah,
and
it
I
is.
don't do that. So
It
it will
is.
be a disrespect to all the models who are doing it for full time and like hustling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's that. But yeah, I think people who think we have got it all, we have all figured it out. Trust me,
No.
it has been a roller coaster. You won't believe I've also been an usher.
I think
I've been
an usher as
ushers
well.
at events.
I've been an usher for
Yeah.
I think for a hotel. By then it was new. This hotel in Mbezi.
Okay.
It was new. I was an usher for 3 days. I think they were
Yeah.
doing like some sort of like, I don't know, event.
Yeah.
And they needed ushers.
Yeah.
So I think that was one of the gigs that I got here and there, kipindi kile, before I got my first job at the
Yeah.
marketing agency. So yeah, it helped me get money here and there. But all I knew in my head was
Yeah.
I am going to do something that deals with marketing, something
Yeah.
that has to do with creativity,
Okay.
something that like I just loved it. Because even like growing up,
Yeah.
my dad used to tell this story so much. So the first time I was going to Uganda, by then I was very young. I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
So we used to go to Uganda by bus. That trip was long. It was almost like 3 days. So on the road on the way, I used to like look at billboards and like I say goodbye to billboards. For example, I'll be like, buy Coca-Cola billboard, buy XYZ billboard. Like I used to say goodbye to billboards when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's I think by then I didn't know that I loved it, but I loved billboards. I loved
Yeah.
billboards when I was a child.
Wow.
So yeah, my dad usually tells whenever he gets a chance, he usually tells that story to everyone. Hey, yes, huyu alikuwa anaga billboards akiwa anaenda shule. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I guess I don't know. My career journey. Got my first marketing job. Did it for 2 years. Obviously, I started as an account executive or an account manager, and it was mostly BTL. So I started from the marketing side. I started with BTL.
Yeah, I think just to give context to people what BTL means.
Okay, BTL below the line. So this is your experiential events, just
Yeah,
like
the activations.
yeah, one-on-one ways of experiencing a brand.
Yeah.
The consumer gets a first-hand experience of the brand. So that was BTL. ATL is more of above the line. Above the line, first of all, you market to a wider group of consumers.
Yeah.
And also,
It includes different channels like
different channels,
billboards,
yes, billboards,
and radios,
TV,
TV,
so
digital.
you can
Yeah.
market to many different people, and then obviously now you have your digital,
Yeah.
which is like the most common or the most influential
Yeah.
these days.
And I think to package it all, people usually call it TTL, through the line.
Yeah, through the line or 360.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, after that I stayed in that job for like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And I could say I had one of my favorite accounts.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's okay to say them, but like
No.
one of my favorite accounts, one of my favorite clients. I'm not gonna say them.
Yeah.
It was because of the person, or quote unquote my client by
Yes.
then. She was a really good person.
Maybe if you can tell us industry.
Industry. It's not a very large industry, that
Okay.
industry. So if I say it, people are going to know it. They're going to know the
okay.
company. The industry, it's FMCG,
Okay.
but in the side of like tobacco.
Okay.
Yes. So my client, like I will never forget that lady.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that lady.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not embarrassed of mentioning her. Her name is Fatma.
Okay.
I think from all the accounts, all the clients that I worked with,
Yeah.
I think she was very, what can I say? People complain that their clients are usually like bossy, bitchy, mean, but she was never like that with me. Like we actually used to sit, if there is something, she explains it to me. If there, like we had this symbiotic relationship between like the client and the agency that made me like that account so much. It grew me a lot, though it was the biggest account actually we had from the BTL side in the agency by then. And yeah. After that, I moved to a human capital consulting firm. I wasn't there for long, honestly. I was just there for 1 year. Yeah, it did not align so much with my marketing marketing goals. So yeah, I didn't stay there for long. So I don't really have much to say about that part of my career. And then after that, I moved again to another marketing agency, which is Smart Codes. So yes, did there my 2.5 years, I guess. And then that's when I moved to, currently where I am at the FMCG industry. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I was an usher. I think I was doing all this ushering and activations. I was doing it as part-time gigs. So I did Tigo Fiesta ushering. I activated a liquor brand. I was doing their sales while I was also working for the betting company. And then from betting, I moved to the airline. I think when I was working for the airline, it was pretty much full-time. I didn't do anything else. And then as soon as the airline got bought by a new owner, they didn't want to raise my salary because I knew my worth, I knew my value, and they just didn't respect that. So I had to move on, and I went to Smart Codes, the first agency that I was working for. It was very new. Guys, if you have never cried in the bathroom, then trust me.
I think we need to go to those questions, eh? There is some points or questions you had written.
Girl, I used to cry in the bathroom because it was literally the first time managing different clients at the same time. And it was not easy. It was not easy at all. but I loved it. After I got to see how it works, after I found out how it all works, I loved it. I
You
loved
did?
it
Okay.
way too much.
Okay.
Because my dating life was also not so good, so I was putting more focus
On your job.
on your job, yeah, and
Okay.
on my job and my travel. So it was a really, really good experience. I got to meet different people. I got to see a different side of, agency life, a different way of working. I learned how to organize. I learned how to manage different clients. I became people's person. I mean, I always was. But it also made me hate people, because you see a different kind of people, like different set of people, different side of them. So yeah, but it was all more focused on ATL. It was very ATL and digital, so you don't get to see what's happening on ground. Yeah, I think after 2 years, I guess 2.5 years, it was time for me to move on to experience something else, which was now the BTL. And oh boy, stress of its own, but I love it. Yes, I love it. Yeah, I really love it, and I got promoted to be the head of the department. So I love it even more, because you meet different kinds of challenges, you learn something different. Yeah, so I think if I had to look back from where I come from to where I am, I would say I have learned a lot, like a lot, and I can finally say I've made it in life. I have fulfilled all my career goals that I've wanted to. I've done it all. Now the only thing remaining is being an MD, which, to be honest, the titles have never fancied me. For me, it's all about money. Titles have never fancied me, because you could be an MD of a company, but your pay is like really low. So for me, it's
Money.
because I know my worth. I know what I'm bringing to the table, even though I might sell the table, but I know what I'm bringing to the table. I know what I can do for your business. So I know what my value is, what my worth
Okay.
is. Yeah.
Okay. I think when you're saying about money,
Yeah.
so I think what organizations need to understand, I think, is, whenever people say that, oh, please don't do it just for the money, let's be honest with each other. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all have families.
Yeah.
We all have goals. So again, I don't know, HR might shoot me for this, but I think it's okay for you to put yourself first. Because on top of what you bring to the table, that value has to be compensated in a way that shows you actually bring value
Exactly.
in that role. So I'm not going to sell myself short
No.
just because this is not charity.
Yeah.
This is not charity. We're
Yeah.
here to work. So if I'm
course.
bringing a certain value, I expect that to reflect in how I am compensated.
Yeah.
And also, I think one thing that I wanted to mention is, so I move. Okay, so like I've experienced the marketing side or the agency side, and I've also experienced the client side.
Yeah.
What I think I wanted to say is, if the agency and the client have a good relationship,
Yeah.
then whatever it is that they do, it will reflect on the brand.
Yes.
So events, the way events,
Executed,
show up, the
yeah.
execution of the events. However, if it's in the events they do, if it's in the campaigns they do, like that will reflect.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it takes both parties to actually bring out a brand to life.
Yes.
The agencies have they have the know-hows.
Yes.
The client has the brand.
Yeah.
So I've been in both sides,
Yeah.
and when I was in the marketing agency, I would be like, oh my God, why are clients like this? And then now being in the client side, I'm like, I actually understand. Because there are KPIs to chase.
Yes.
There are people like you inject money so that you get an ROI, like you get return on investment. So there is that pressure that the money that we're inputting we need to get something out of it. Of course, with marketing, the results are not going to be like instant.
Yeah.
Compared to like a direct sales or a direct sales interaction.
Yes.
But clients come with high expectations because of the high also expectations they get
from the bosses.
We injected this X amount of money in this brand. Why is it not, why aren't we seeing any return? So you find that now it's the agency's responsibility to like come up with a mind-blowing idea that will make people purchase. But
I think that's where people are confusing. See, this is the thing. There's something called brand marketing, and marketing itself is very big. Like I said, inside marketing there is the the experiential marketing, the sales activations. So brand marketing has no immediate return on investment.
100%.
Like, marketing in general has no return on investment.
Immediate, yes.
It's not immediate. Yeah. It's you're marketing so that when a person is ready to purchase, your brand is at the forefront.
Yes.
So that's why you market. But
awareness is the biggest. What is it? It's the biggest like KPI.
Yes, but then
that's why you have
some
sales.
Bosses, they don't understand.
No. It's not like they don't understand, Dixita. They do understand, but they put that pressure on so that people can bring out their best work. And that is why marketing and sales goes hand in hand. Because you've done all the awareness. Now, boots on the ground to actually sell this product. So that when you're telling a person like, hey, I have, let's say, this product, or they saw it maybe on a billboard, or they saw it on their digital feed, or maybe they heard it on the radio. So that's what marketing does. So marketing and sales has to go hand in hand. But then again, people shouldn't expect that the instant results of marketing is actually like purchased there and there. No.
But there are some brands who actually have that perception. I will not call out names.
Then they don't understand.
Yeah, that's why I say there are some people, they just don't understand.
Yeah, then they don't understand.
I won't call out names, but I know two of them. I don't know how they perform. I don't know how they work. But for them, they think marketing is basically going door to door sales.
But that's
so they
sales.
don't
That's not
exactly
marketing.
they don't know the difference between marketing and sales.
That's
for
sales,
them.
not marketing.
Once you tell them that, oh yeah, we are marketing, and they're like, okay, so you go door to door to sell, and I'm like, that is sales. And then they have this perception. They're like, oh, if I put my billboard over here, it's not going to bring in any money to me. And I'm like, bro, do you even understand what marketing is? So there are some companies, they just don't know the value of marketing. They don't understand marketing.
Don't understand it,
that is where my worst nightmare boss is. They also did not know what's the meaning of marketing.
They expect instantly. Marketing starts like this. Brand awareness.
Yeah.
After brand awareness, it's consideration.
Yes.
After consideration, that's when
conversion.
That's when conversion comes in. But you don't expect it from awareness to conversion. Moja kwa moja. Hapana.
They don't even want awareness. It's straight to conversion.
Hi, here it is. Buy now. Oh my God.
Yeah, so I think, anyways, so I think, trust me, I've not studied this, and it took me really long to understand marketing itself because I don't have an experience in marketing. I mean, I don't have an educational background in marketing. I don't have an educational background in sales as well. I'm just a person who studied computer science, programming, and designing websites. But as soon as I went into the market, that passion that I got, this is literally all self-learned. Like I've seen what people are doing. I've been reading books. I've been watching tutorials online. This is the knowledge that I got. Is how I know, okay, this is marketing, this is sales, how I can differentiate. Okay. But talk about the career path. I think I've also had a roller coaster of a career path. It has not always been so smooth and easy. Yeah, there always has been struggles with really bad bosses, not seeing your worth, not appreciating you. That's how I also learned in a hard way that nobody's going to appreciate you. You're here in this company you have two things to do. You have to learn because you don't know or because you want to learn more and to make money. But if you sit there and wait for that one client or that one boss of yours to say, pat on your back and say good job, then you will be waiting forever. Yeah.
I think that also speaks to me in the sense that do
Yeah.
not wait for an opportunity to come to you.
Yeah.
If you don't chase it.
Yeah.
I know what I'm saying can sound vague,
Yeah.
but I think most of the jobs that the jobs that I've got in my life was because I actually
Went
for
out there.
them.
Yeah.
Someone was there to hold my hand to
Yeah,
get it,
yeah.
but I actually went for them.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I didn't make a step to go for it, nobody's going to give it to me.
Yeah.
So I think I also relate to the fact that no one is going to tap you back, like pat your
Back.
shoulder
Yeah.
and be like, oh, good job. Sometimes you have to find that within yourself.
Yes.
You have to understand who you are, what you bring to the table, and also if you see an opportunity,
Yeah.
you go for it, my dear.
Yeah.
Something else that I think this also, I don't want to make this like gender related, but sometimes we women doubt ourselves so much. We sell ourselves short
Yeah.
in the sense that, for example, you see a certain job, you're like, you look at the why you're not suitable for it. You look like, oh my God, this I'm not experienced, this I'm not experienced, this I'm not experienced.
Yeah.
A man will look, this I'm experienced, I will apply. But you, a woman, you're looking at the what you don't have.
Yeah.
The man is looking at what I have. And that's what drives them. So I think we really need to give ourselves more credit.
Yeah.
Even if you look at a job and you're looking at it and you're saying you're only qualified in 2 places,
Yeah.
Apply for it.
You
Why
reminded
not?
me.
Apply.
You reminded me of when we were at Smart Codes. There was this one colleague of ours. She said that, you know what? Before I got a job here, there was an opening of being an MD. And she was like,
applied.
I applied. Do I care? Do I have an experience? Hell no, but I still applied. I sent my CV and I was like, girl,
The world
hats
is changed.
off.
Listen, the world is changed.
Girl,
by
hats
mad
off.
people. Mad people are the ones who change the world. Because unconventional people are the ones who change
Yeah.
the world. Because you can't sit in your comfort zone and expect something to happen.
There was
So,
also a meme on Instagram, remember, that right now at this point, I don't even know where I send my CV. A call will come asking me if I am a doctor. I will be like, hell yes, let's just go
okay,
for
there's
it.
some professions you can't wing it as you go. You cannot wing being a doctor. You cannot wing being a doctor. There's some skills that,
God.
my dear, if you did not study for that skill,
Yeah.
no. You cannot wing it being a doctor.
But what do doctors do these days? I don't want to tell them off right now, but hey, what do doctors do these days? Every time I go to a hospital, if I tell them these are my symptoms, Google. Legit, I'm not even joking. And it's not just me. I know 2 people.
I think,
Same thing happened.
I think that's why for me, I usually prefer
Yeah.
having appointments with older doctors.
Yes.
So, waga nafanyaga hivi.
Yeah.
When I know, I go to the hospital so that I may get consultation and also a solution.
Yeah.
But I know they say it's bad to Google.
Yeah.
But I've already Googled. I know they usually tell us not to Google, but I cannot go to the for a doctor's appointment without Googling.
Yeah.
I've already Googled. If it's something that I've had in the past,
Yeah.
I understand it. So I understand my history.
Yes.
Kwa hiyo when I get to the consultation room, namuelezea kwamba okay, so this is how I went, this is what I've used, these are the medicines ambazo nimetumia.
Yeah.
Hapa ndo nilipofikia. This
Yeah.
is where I am. So please, can you help me? But in instances whereby I go, hi, help me. No. No. I don't know. I
Okay.
usually like to inform myself prior with
Yeah.
at least a little bit of information so that I may know where to start.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
Yeah.
so that was just off topic. We were just trying to rant about hospitals. But other than that, I think I would like to know what our biggest career move has been that changed your life. What was your biggest decision that you made changed your life?
Biggest career move.
Yeah.
I don't have I'm not going to say there is like a big career move I've made. I
Yes.
think my progress has been gradual.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest move I made in my life was leaving my house, my home
Okay.
by 2022.
Okay.
Yes. Leaving,
Okay.
my mother was very uncomfortable.
That changed your life.
Yes, girl, I was not living with my parents anymore.
Okay.
I had to be the one to think of where to get dinner, how to get, it was just me, and me. So I think for me that was like the biggest by then. My
Yeah.
career has been like progressive.
Gradually progressive. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been very gradual. I
Yeah.
can say I'm still not where I want to be, but also I'm in a space whereby I am. For me, what I usually tell myself, and I usually also speak to my sister.
Yeah.
I am not scared of starting afresh.
Yes.
So for me, whenever I see an opportunity, and then my brain tells me, shit, you don't know about this. You might have to start from somewhere you don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not scared.
Yes.
Actually, I'm actually driven to actually want to go there because I'm
Yeah.
like, this is something that this is not familiar territory.
Yeah.
How would this look like?
Yeah.
So I am not scared of starting from the unknown.
Starting from the fresh.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
I am not scared. Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
I think I've not, I can't remember of a biggest career move that I've made. But like I say, like you also mentioned, my career has been evolving slowly and growing. I'm exactly where I wanted to be. I have fulfilled all my wishes. I've always wanted to be rich and famous. I'm not rich yet, but I can say I'm comfortable. I can afford my travels myself. Yeah. So my career, I think right now as we speak, I could be the next MD. So
Whoop, whoop.
that's where we're at. I could be the next MD. Yeah, there are some small organizational structures, and I still need to understand, which I am learning. And I think for that, I will always be very appreciative to my bosses. I think there are three key people in my life, three bosses, who have really pushed me and empowered me to be who I am right now. I will mention their names gladly. The first one has always been Shaf. His name is Shaf. He is a British foreigner, a British nationality, and he was my boss at the airline. He always, empowered me. He always motivated me to do more, to learn more. My second favorite boss has been Bruce Mugaisi.
Oh, Bruce!
Yes,
Shout out to Bruce.
He trusted me. I think he is the reason why I got a job at the agency. He has always had, he always believed in me, I would say. And he was also motivating me a lot at the agency, industry. And the third boss, oh my God, she's gonna kill me. It's Caroline, my current boss. In fact, she's the one who told me that, Dee, you have reached a point in your life whereby you can be the next MD. So yeah, she is actually the best boss also. Not to forget my group CEO, Ligi, because he is like, the MD suits you. So yeah, so these are the people that are like putting ideas in my mind, because I never even imagined myself as an MD. And these two people were like, you could be an MD. And this guy was like, the MD suits you. So I'm like, okay, now that's the title I'm headed to. So yeah, these are the three main people, main people. What about you?
Okay, I think for me the main people was, the first one who gave me my first marketing job, I told you, her name is Lillian Canora.
Yeah.
She was the person who saw me like, I came there like this determined mad girl. It's like, let me give this mad girl a chance.
Yeah.
So that's the first person. I'm going to say the second person was, obviously, I'm going to say Bruce Mugaisi as well, because through Bruce Mugaisi is how I got my current position right now, because he was actually part of the people who like advocated for me, like who put in a good word. He was like a referral.
Yeah.
So, and he's always been like, I think in the creative space, in the agency space, Bruce is someone by people know him so well.
Yeah.
And you know, he's someone that has nurtured a lot of like creatives in the industry.
Yeah.
And then who else? Who else can I shout out to the people who have trusted me? Oh, obviously, and my current boss. Obviously, definitely, and my current boss.
Yeah.
My current boss. Listen, my current boss is an MD.
Yeah.
He's a very private person, so I don't even think if it's okay to mention him or not.
Yeah.
But I think he also looked at me and was like, "This girl is mad." From the interview that we had. Okay.
Yeah.
Like this girl is mad.
Yeah.
Let me give her a chance, because when I applied for the position, I had no
Yeah.
experience of it. So like I'm his assistant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's someone that I can say looked at me, took a chance, and also the way we work is that he actually lets me figure out things
Yeah.
by myself.
Yeah.
So unless when I get to a point whereby now I can't think anymore, I'm like, listen, here we are. I don't know what to do. This is how far I've gone.
Yeah.
But he will let me do it. Like he will like trust me to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I also say those are the main people that come to my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we will just wrap this episode up. It was a very intense episode. I mean, everyone has a career goal, career dreams, worst nightmare bosses. But anyway, one thing that we all should take away from this is it's your career and it doesn't have to be perfect. Everyone has their own different paths. Some people struggle a lot. Some people has it very easy. So don't sweat, don't cry, just stay motivated, and trust me, you're your own motivator, and then the rest follows. But if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. So you gotta do everything that you can to gain that knowledge yourself, study, self-learn everything, so that you know your value, you know your worth, and be self-confident. You know what they say, fake it till you make it.
And make it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's that. Anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you guys
for watching. If you have any career questions, if you have any comments, please do share below. Subscribe, like, share. And yeah, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.